What is up, baseball fans? It's time to draft. I feel like I just said that. Uh, Loyal viewers, true Endgame viewers know that we're drafting for football. We just got off of one. It's time for baseball because it is actually draft season for baseball. Technically, the baseball season has started. It's underway. The Dodgers and the Cubs over in Tokyo, the games that you cannot see because of the time difference. But the actual baseball season for everyone else, we still got a little over 10 days. So this is one of your last chances to draft. So let's get in on one of the dingers. It's best ball tournament on Underdog. So I'll explain it as soon as we get started here. So if you want to join us,
Did you just
let's
say the
do it.
baseball season starts in 10 days?
29th. I believe it's the 29th.
Wow. All right.
I know. Crazy, right?
Feels like it just ended.
Uh it's a long season. It is a long season, but the best part is the beginning. There's nothing like opening day. Opening day is just I really think MLB opening day, the real opening day, should be a holiday, which is why I call in sick that day. All right. So let's get in, guys. You want to jump in here? I'm gonna go to the dinger on Underdog. 30 seconds per pick. You notice even the slow drafts, which they still have some slow drafts, not 8 hours anymore. They're down to 4 hours, and pretty soon, if they're still even available, it's gonna be down to 2 hours. So get your best ball drafts in. Let's enter a dinger on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Oh, are we
Only
full?
one spot left.
Oh, one spot.
And here we go.
Wow.
We're off.
Wow. That's weird. The football draft took a while to fill. The baseball one instantly. I guess because the season is almost here.
Yeah, that's because it's almost full. All right. I got the third pick. Are you at the end again? 10th.
I'm at 10. Yep, I got the 10.
Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. For those who don't know, it's best ball style, draft, set, forget. You don't have to think about your lineups, trades, waiver wires, nothing. You draft a team and then you sit back and watch the money pour in, or something like that. Or check back at the end of the season. But drafting is, to me, really the best part of fantasy.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. 5 seconds away. Here we go.
How old is Jordan Alvarez? 27? Oh, he's in his prime.
Jordan is not too young. I think he might be 30 already, 31.
Well, it says he's 27.
What? 27?
According to his, yeah.
Oh, I'm wrong. I thought he was older when he debuted. Okay. I'm going Soto. Now again, this is best ball. This is also points. You don't have to worry about categories, winning and steals and home runs and all that. It's point accumulation. So a guy like Soto is pretty much a no-brainer. Top 5 pick. And I do have him ahead of Witt in this format. In Roto, I'll definitely go Witt first, though.
And then we have a draft on Saturday. Now that is a Roto draft.
Yeah, so ours, glad you mentioned that. So hold on. Let me I'll put the draft board up. Almost forgot. We like the board better. Okay. Good. There we go. All right. So I'm at the 3. Chris, you're on deck. It's a 10.
All right. Well, let's take Jordan. So are we doing the same that we did last year? Like the categories head to head?
Yeah. So this Saturday, like you mentioned, I'll schedule it out. We're doing a live Endgame League draft, filled up by some of our members in the Discord and our viewers. And it's a head-to-head weekly league. So it's Roto, but it's weekly scoring. So not just season long. So that I like that because it keeps everybody more invested every week, right? Because a lot of times I played so many Roto leagues where it's not even halfway through the season. And you're like, I'm not going to win. It's like I have no home runs. My pitching sucks. I'm not going to catch up. Like you feel like you're always trying to play catch up. So in the weekly format, that's it. You're just trying to win each and every week. And I really feel like it's better for that. So
Julio or Duran?
did you take Julio
Yeah.
against your will?
This is the year. You know how it goes. Everybody was a year too early on him.
Yep.
Now the value is there. Now the value is there. So back to the league. Is it like what we did last year where there's like 5 hitting categories, 5 pitching categories, and
Yep. That's exactly
then
it.
if you win more categories than your opponent, you win that week?
That's it. Exactly it. So it's roto, not points, but it's weekly, head to head. So a little
Or I guess you
like
don't
a little
win that week,
integration
right?
of
Like it's your record is based on your score against your opponent.
right. So a little similar to like football in that sense.
Well, like if there's 10 categories, you could potentially go 10-0 one week,
You could.
which I think I actually did once last year.
Nice.
Now, granted, it was against like the last place team, but still.
Hey, don't have to qualify. Win's a win.
For a while, I was the last place team, so.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, just the fact that you made the playoffs is pretty impressive.
Well, now you know how it's going to go now this year. Now I'm going to draft, and my team's going to be terrible.
It can't be worse than last year's draft. There's no
That
way.
is true. I didn't even have like a starting lineup.
No.
And did I see something? Royce Lewis already hurt?
Royce Lewis, man, call him Rolls Royce because he always breaks down and takes forever to fix. Yeah, that guy. Like you should know, right? You should just know at some point. Just like it's gonna happen, and that's why I was like, I'm just not drafting Mike Trout ever again. I'm not. And why did I not say that? Well, Royce Lewis is a lot younger, but apparently that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
All right, so I'm doing what I keep saying need to do. I'm going outfield early. Got 3 outfielders already.
Yeah, I just feel so much better about my team when I go outfield early.
Okay, so Tolan getting a little deeper. Tolan Lichty, who do you think is more valuable, Jorge Soler or Nick Castellanos? I'm gonna say Castellanos. Soler seems to have, well, he's very streaky, but also I don't just mean like week to week. I mean like season to season. It's like prime conditions are there, then he'll go on a power binge. I don't think it's prime condition for him, his situation where he's at. Castellanos was really disappointing, like really frustrating, I should say, in the first half of last season, but eventually he picked it up. I'm not out on Castellanos, and I think you can get him a lot cheaper. So I definitely think Castellanos, just he's in such a better lineup.
I want to know how you made it look like that.
I didn't. I think it must have updated or something because it's
that looks cool.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I didn't.
I wonder if it's the theme.
I don't remember changing it.
No, I think they might have updated it. And and football is probably set to the old theme. So we got to check that next time we do a football stream. Got to remember that. That looked cool.
I swear I didn't even pick.
All right, I'm not doing Mike Trout. Feels too early for Brian Reynolds. Michael Harris bounce back. Yeah, I think you have the classic theme. That looked cool. Gotta remember that. Gotta remember that when we do football again.
Yeah, it is on Classic. And look at this. You can change the font.
What? Oh, look at that.
Let me see if this.
Now we're.
Yeah.
You guys tuned in. Oh, wow. Look at that. You
Creepster.
guys tuned in for. That'd be cool for Halloween. You guys tuned in for a baseball draft, and instead you're getting us playing around with the fonts.
I didn't even know you could do all this.
Oh, they must have updated all this. Look at all these thoughts.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, right?
What's that?
What do you think? That you like that font?
No.
Okay.
I think it's kind of hard to read. I think it'd be cool. It'll be fun for like Halloween for football.
Oh, that's too thick. That's terrible. That's worse. Okay. It's my turn. I'm gonna miss my pick. Get my boy Jazz. There we go. I'm not actually. No, it's okay. I'll get one of these outfielders coming up. I was like, I'm not done getting outfield early. Man, some of these ADPs have really shot up last week or two, and for outfielders specifically. I think just because the pitching, that's the thing, is Cole is off the board and now Kirby has gone down, Rodriguez, and so I think in return the hitters have gone up. So all right. I was between Cody Bellinger and Adolis Garcia. I will take Garcia.
Did I see Cody Bellinger is using like a square bat?
A square bat?
It's some weird bat. It's not really square because I don't think you're allowed to.
I don't think that's legal.
Yeah, it's not legal, but it's got like some weird thing where like it gets skinnier up at the top and thicker in the middle or something. It's weird. I don't know, some weird bat. He's using some weird bat.
I did not see that. Let's see.
Oh, Yelich, you're so good when you're healthy.
Was so good when he used to be healthy.
Is he even healthy right now going into the season?
No. I mean, I think technically, actually, I take that back. I swear there was something with him the other day. I don't know. He's not on the injured list. He should be. I'm not drafting him. Like, it's just
you just never know when that back's gonna go out. Like he could go to tie his cleats and his back goes out.
Exactly. Back is one of those things you just don't mess with.
Yeah. He was like my best player last year until he started getting hurt. He was like the one guy who I could count on early in the season, and then
yeah, but I don't know. The thing is, it's a chronic issue. He's had it for a while. It's been a couple of years. It's a back issue. I don't feel like it's ever going to fully go away. So I don't know. I'm only going to get him if it's a good value.
Wait, what is this Spencer Steer starting throwing program? Is he hurt?
He is hurt. He's been hurt. Like, he's another guy I'm mostly avoiding. It's crazy again to see how high he's going in this format. I understand the difference in roster and all that, but he's going way outside like the 120s in redraft, going 60 something here. That seems a little insane.
Yeah, I was going to draft him, and then I saw that note, and I'm like, no. No injured guys. No injured guys.
Yeah, and so the pitching value here is going to be really good because all the pitchers' ADPs seem to have gone down. And of course, here all the pitchers are going to get taken. All right, let's see. Okay. I think a guy I haven't taken yet. I mean, it's best ball. He could get injured too, but I'll at least have one share of Chris Sale.
Hmm.
All right. On to round 7. Save me from another share of Jason Dominguez. That's okay. I feel like this is good value for Junior.
Oh, Jason Dominguez is going to go down as a big bust this year, isn't he?
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I mean, I'm pretty all in on him. I'm not worried. He's not a guy I think will bust. I think he's one that could still have more injuries, and that's going to be the thing. So
The nice thing about doing these baseball drafts and seeing the picks and things is because I'm coming from a perspective where I don't have deep player knowledge like I do in football. And I just see these guys that like, oh, he's being way hyped up this year. He's probably going to bust. Because that's just how it goes, right? Guys just get way overhyped.
that's a safe bet in any sport, right?
Right. It's like almost like, oh, wait, that guy who's done very little is getting way overhyped. Yeah, he's probably going to bust. Ooh, do I take my first infielder here?
Like Abrams there. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I only need one more outfielder, really. I've already got 5.
Oh, yeah, 5. Is that what you did? You just went first 5 picks. Oh no, you took Scooball, huh?
No, I took a pitcher.
Okay. But yeah, you're pretty deep, which is smart. Deep at outfield.
Can Taylor Ward really repeat what he did last year?
He could come close. He's fairly consistent, somewhat. That's not a ringing endorsement.
I'm very excited for our draft on Saturday. Excited to see how it goes. I'm going to actually have to do some research.
It's I know it's crazy to think after last year, this will still technically be your first live
Yeah,
draft.
it will be. It will be my first draft. What time is the draft again?
It's 2 Eastern, so 1 my time, I guess 11 your time.
All right. That works.
Oh, man. Okay, here's the pitcher run. Not surprising. I think another guy I really haven't taken much of. McLean's one of those guys that got drafted for you last year and then didn't play at
Yes.
all the whole season.
No, did not. But because of that, I did pick up Jake Cronenworth like before the season or right at the start of the season, and he was. I mean, he kind of sputtered down the stretch, but he was solid pretty much all year.
Yeah, no, that's true. He was solid. That's one thing. McLean was an obvious like auto pick because he didn't play at all. But I'm okay drafting a player who starts out on the IL because you can stash him for maybe a couple of weeks, and that gives you a chance to pick up somebody else, and potentially get some more value if it pans out. Should we go Shota? Yeah, let's go Shota. Yeah, so we'll be drafting Saturday early afternoon. We're going to stream it. I think everyone in there will be fine with that. We'll be on commenting. Weekly head to head, Roto. Should go pretty fast.
Well, the Packers just signed McCole Hardman.
The Packers?
Yeah. I didn't even know McCole Hardman was still in the league.
I mean, I know he was still a Chief. All right, we're round 10. Okay, so I'm curious. So how deep does it get? Where's the cutoff? Like when do we start to get to players like with their names and you're like, I don't know that guy.
We don't really ever get. I mean, there are some players I don't really recognize, but I mean, I was working the waiver wire last year, so I learned about a lot of players.
No kidding.
All right, I didn't know Tyler O'Neill's on the Orioles now, though. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was an off-season move. It didn't really get a lot of publicity. I wonder, like that's a good team to go to, obviously, but I wonder then if he's just going to be platooning with like Kierstead or somebody else. Like if he's not going to be in there really enough to be worth drafting. That's my concern, but I'm not sure.
I'm taking the chance as my last outfielder.
But again, this is best ball, right? You don't need him to be in there every day. You just need him to have some big surges, which he definitely can do. Man, talk about outfield early. This guy already has 6 outfielders.
As do I.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's the way to do it. Let's see now. Look at this. It's all purple and green. All the outfielders are gone. So the value now all of a sudden is at the other positions.
Yeah, which is why I like going outfield so early.
Yep.
And I just feel like, especially a pitcher, I just feel like there's so many players I like. Although maybe a part of that is because I streamed so much last year. So I was getting deep. I was getting deep at pitcher last year.
But that's good. That's what you need to do. It's almost better when it forces you to be active, right? Work the wire. As opposed to you draft your team like, yeah, my players are all good. You just sit back and watch them do whatever. You know what I mean? And then it doesn't always pan out, but then you feel like, well, I like my team. I don't need to change anything. And then you don't change anything and you don't necessarily win. So
I think that's how I surpassed a couple of not the top teams, but I think that's how I surpassed some of the like middling teams that got me into the playoffs. Is they had strong teams to start the season, whereas I had to work on my team and work on my team and work the waiver wire. But then you know how it goes. Guys get hurt, guys slow down. And if you haven't been working the waiver wire, keeping your team, up to date, suddenly it's like you need help and the help's not there anymore.
Yeah, because somebody else is picking up those players.
Yep. Yeah, you have to be active in baseball. Football, you can get by with not being that active, and not in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, football, you have a lot fewer positions to fill too.
Right, and if you happen to draft like, a stud team without it, where you don't get crushed by injuries, you really don't have to. And really, like how many waiver wire pickups in an NFL season really you look back on and say that, like a handful?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's hard just to find help.
All right, infield and pitching, rest of the way.
All right, let me move this board down. There we go. Yeah, I still just like waiting on pitching in these drafts. So there's so many good players still available late.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This is a spot where I was always clicking Royce Lewis, but not anymore.
I mean, guess there is a point where he becomes a value, but I have no idea where it is anymore.
last pick.
Oh man. I like the Volpe pick. That's a good one.
Shane McClanahan, Ryan.
No, no, I shouldn't say it.
There's no way Seth Lugo does what he did again last year.
I doubt it. But he's probably because he's not anything new. He's not young, but he's not on a great team or anything. But he's not really being drafted compared to how good he was last year. He's not being drafted very high, so I feel like it's fair. Even if he doesn't replicate last year, he should still be solid.
I don't know. I need more upside.
All right, let's see with this new style if this even fits on the screen. There you go. James Coffee, what's up, James? All right, so in a redraft weekly category league, kind of like ours, best upside last round. Well, James talked about. Well, we talked about two of those players in the last video I put out on Sunday, talking prospects, and then Jackson Holiday was fittingly on the post hype player video. I think it's easily Holiday. I mean, you're saying last round, he's really not getting taken to the last round. That's surprising.
You asked me where do I get to the names I don't know. I don't know Roman Anthony or Cam Smith. I know Jackson Holiday though.
You had Jackson Holiday, didn't you, for a while?
I did, and then I dropped him, and then somebody picked him up, and he actually like when they promoted him or activated him or whatever. He had like that first couple good games, and I'm like, oh, what have I done? And then he went back to being terrible again.
Yeah, you're like, don't worry, you're safe. Well, I'm still. I mean, on Holiday, I think he's. I mean, he's starting from day one. There's that. Roman Anthony, we don't know when he's going to get called up. Cam Smith, not for sure. Even if he makes opening day roster, if he's going to get regular playing time. He could. I think Cam Smith is a maybe. Even Roman Anthony is a later, more like a mid-season pickup. But it's definitely between those guys, definitely Holiday. All right, and it is definitely my turn. I'm just going to go back to the well with Joe Ryan. I like Joe Ryan. Hmm. This what's really tough. Okay, good. I don't have to think about it anymore. could I sing a guy like they're going to monitor
Yeah.
his workload? Like what does that mean? Like what? How much? So I was like, I don't want to have to think about it. I'm like, yeah, it's best ball. And I'm glad I don't have to think about it. Just forget it.
Right.
And if you can get a comparable pitcher, somebody you feel like is at least close and doesn't have that injury concern, like why take on that injury risk? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I knew you were going to take Sanchez.
All right, I'm starting to balance out here. I have 5 outfielders, 4 infielders, and 4 pitchers. And you are at 336. So that's nice. You don't really have to think about outfield anymore.
No, don't think about outfield anymore. It's just all infield pitching. Man, Kikuchi on the Angels now? Ah, no way.
Yeah. Chances of getting wins are pretty slim.
Yes. So Grayson Rodriguez has gone. Nobody wants him anymore, huh?
Oh, he is hurt.
Oh,
But not permanently. It's just they said there was no structural damage. He had soreness, I think, but you know how that goes.
oh, and did I see Garrett Cole Tommy John surgery?
Yeah. No, Garrett Cole is done. He's done. That's a big blow. Like what's annoying with Grayson Rodriguez is like my drafts I was doing a week ago, I was taking him like near 100 overall. And now you're getting him at what, 150? So that's actually pretty good. All right, Frank got a question. This one will definitely take up the whole screen. Thoughts on Ranger Suarez this season? An 11-team mixed auction league at the fourth. I don't think you really need to put in a waiver claim. I mean, if he wasn't drafted in an 11-team league, he really is barely drafted anywhere. And I know he hasn't consistently put it together like an entire season, right? He's amazing for one half and then he falls off. And that's what happened last year. But last year, I mean, he was dominating. And then he got hurt. And so when he came back, he wasn't the same guy, but I think it's worth it to take him with a late round pick. So, but I don't feel like you have to put in a claim or anything. I mean, I don't know who you got, what your staff looks like. If you want to throw a buck out there and put him at the end of your roster, yeah, I would do it. Let's see who I got. I'm gonna take Yandy, nice and late. Now I do like Christopher Sanchez more, and I just took Chris Sanchez, but I do think Ranger Suarez is for kind of being unfairly ignored like altogether, as if he wasn't one of the best pitchers, in fantasy the first half of last year, or at least the first 2 months. Yeah, I miss Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes, my guy. But I already have Clay Holmes. I think enough. Do I pull the trigger on Royce Lewis?
Oh man, I think I've taken him in a few of these drafts. Well, we've only done a few of these drafts, but I think I've taken him.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I have enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I actually need to go back to outfield. I only have 5. Oh, and not that you were going to or thinking about it, but probably not worth drafting Giancarlo Stanton.
Okay. What's wrong with him?
Basically, both his elbows are crumbling into dust.
I mean, how old is that guy?
He's not. I mean, I guess older. He's like 30. Well, let's see if I'm wrong. I was way wrong about Jordan. I think he's like 33, maybe 34. But I I think I saw something where like his elbows hurt so much he can't pick things up. Like he can't like bend over and like pick up a box because his elbows hurt him.
That's not good.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know if he's gonna play this year. That's pretty much now he's a never again guy. Like I was kind of in on him last year because it was a late pick and he was good for a little bit, and then then he turned back to dust. Yeah, I think he's pretty much never again guy.
It happens to everybody. They all enter the realm of never again.
Yep.
Oh, I really wanted Jonathan India there. Let's go. There he is. Good in this format.
Yep.
I was also thinking about Gavin Williams.
I do like Gavin Williams. Oh man. I really hope somebody takes Royce Lewis so I don't have to even think about it.
Pena or Low? Zach Eflin.
I like Pena.
Let's go Pena. There's still pitchers I like. I feel like infield is starting to dry up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you gotta scroll down because there's still some good pitchers if you go far enough. Oh, there's Ranger Suarez. All right, I'm at 4. So man, I've been loading up on infielders and I forgot I still need some more pitchers.
It's like you
Come
and
on.
quarterbacks.
Come on. Nobody's gonna take Royce Lewis like at all. Okay. I'm not taking him here, but if he's still there my next pick, I guess I'll just come on. Because it's not like he's out for the season. It's a hamstring strain, which is really annoying, right? You know how that goes. Like, 2 weeks, then 2 weeks turns into like 5 weeks. But
The season. 2 weeks turns into the season.
well, with him, it probably will.
You know how it goes. Oh yeah, 2 weeks. Oh, he had a setback. He had a setback in his rehab.
I guess he's like the Christian Watson of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he should at least be drafted, right? Somewhere.
Probably.
Oh, come
Like
on.
the king knows. He'll come back for 2 weeks again and then get a new injury. But those 2 weeks will be glorious. He'll hit like 8 home runs.
I
You got to
guess.
do it. You said you would. You said you would.
I know. I did say it. Get the sucker stamp. I guess that's me. It's value, right? It's value.
It's best ball.
It is best ball.
You can do anything in best ball and rationalize it.
I did it against my own better judgment. All right, Frank, here's a good pair of questions. Either or. So, Matt McLean, who didn't play at all last year, and Michael Garcia, or Andres Jimenez and Bryson Stott. I'm going to go with the first pair. Because I have expressed some concern about McLean, possibly not living up to expectations because everyone just assumes what he did for half a season in 2023, he's going to do over a full season now after missing a year. But he still has upside. His upside is still better than both Jimenez and Stott. And you're definitely going to get, okay. You should probably get more steals with that first pair. And then as far as batting average, it's probably a wash. Yeah, I think there's just more upside in that first pair. I would go McLean and Garcia. Oh, there goes Roman Anthony. Someone taking a shot. All right, Chris, going pitching?
No, I mean, I almost took Nathaniel Lowe last pick, and he's still there. Is he terrible?
No, he's solid.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, now just pitching. Now all I have left is pitching. 3 pitchers.
Yeah, I still need at least one more outfielder. Yeah, probably just one. Not a lot to choose from. All right. Well, let's just hope where I got my cue still there. My next pick, since I wasted a pick on Royce Lewis. Would you go Pepio? That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's really actually one of the things I'm going to look more at the beginning of this season is Tampa. Because their dome got destroyed. What's it going to be like for them when they play their home games? Because everything I read, because their initial reaction, because they're playing basically in a minor league field, is like, oh, it's going to be a hitter's haven. And I saw all this stuff come out like, no, it's not like that. It's league average. It's going to be, middle of the road and it's going to be boring. And now all of a sudden we were like, well, actually, it's going to be really good for offense. Like, so I'm not sure. I just want to see how it plays out. You know what I mean? How the games go there. I mean, it's definitely going to be more high scoring, I think, than in the dome. But I wonder how much of a difference it is.
I didn't even know something happened in their stadium.
Oh yeah, a hurricane happened.
Wow.
Okay, so I will take. Oh no, he did get taken. Oh, there you go. I was going to take Victor Robles. Then I'll take a picture. Just realized I don't have a single Dodger yet. How did I do that? No,
How do you win
I was,
without a Dodger?
I was just gonna take him. I was just looking at Andy Pajes and he got taken. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm just not taking an outfielder. I mean, I'm still taking an outfielder, just not yet.
Oh man, you still need another outfielder?
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Well, it's my fault. I waited. Wow. Maybe I'll do something really crazy. Take a guy I haven't taken for 5 years.
5 years.
Uh huh. Okay, Frank, with another one. Let's see. Highest bid on George Kirby in a 15-team mixed auction. I'm gonna assume the budget is 260. Wow, without IL? Why would you not have an IL? That's brutal. Mm, I've been saying I'm not devaluing him too much because I don't think it's something that will linger. 15 teamer, it's tough. I mean, mm, I definitely wouldn't go more than no. I was gonna say 15. I think maybe 12 or 13. That seems fair in that type of league because it's deeper. You don't have to go. You don't have to be too aggressive to get one guy. In other words, and there is risk. I mean, obviously, it's going to hurt you more in a deep league like that, where it's hard to replace somebody off the waiver wire. So if you're talking like an NFBC league, yeah, that's I think the low teens. All
All
right,
right.
your last pick.
I'll take Ranger Suarez.
There you go. All right, get some love from the end game. Hmm. All right, couple more picks. NFBC, yeah, that's how I figured. That's why this is 15 teamer. All right. I don't know for sure, but I don't think any of these other teams are watching drafting with us. So and look, if someone else takes him, like no big deal. I will take my first and only share of Chris Bryant because apparently he looks good this spring. Um, which probably means nothing, but
No.
there's a chance. Maybe this is
He's
the
still
year.
in the league?
He is. He has to be because they paid him a lot a few years ago. So I'll take a shot and just hope he never has to get in my lineup. But like I was pretty much out on Chris Bryant. I guess like maybe 5 years ago, could have been longer. It was like, yeah, he's starting to decline. He's not the same guy. And then he went to Colorado and was like, oh, he's gonna be amazing. Like, yeah, no. But here we go. All right, another dinger done. So let's wait for this thing to finish and then go check the rosters. We'll start with yours. We just got one more pick here. Look at that, how nice and neat. You have the whole back half here just green and then just purple.
Well, when you go outfield early,
Yeah, like
don't need any of those oranges anymore.
a flood of orange. You mix it up a little bit and then purple, green, purple. Very nice. All right, this one is done. So let's go now. Should be this one. All right, yeah, there's mine. Let's do yours first, though. All right, so you got Tariq Skubal, got your ace early. Lopez, Jared Jones, Grayson Rodriguez, good value. And Ryan Pepio, Sean Manan, Ranger Suarez. All right, you feel good about your pitchers as far as you can tell?
Yeah, they're fine. Hopefully Grayson Rodriguez's injury isn't anything major. I didn't know he was hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, he was going much higher before that. So could actually wind up a good thing for you. Infield is definitely where you waited, which is still definitely the smart thing to do in these. CJ Abrams, Eugenio Suarez, Volpe, Win, RS, Pena, and Lowe. Don't scream like breakout, or huge ceiling. But again, this is where your depth probably is going to pay off more so than looking for the ceiling because you went outfield early and often. But you feel good about what you rounded up there?
Sure.
All right. And then Jordan Alvarez, Julio Rodriguez, and then Brian Reynolds, Randy Rosarena, Doyle, and O'Neill. Yeah, I mean that's it. You obviously need Julio to be a stud, Jordan to stay healthy, but you do have lots of upside here. I think it's pretty solid overall.
All right, we'll see how we do.
Now, I waited on pitching. Didn't take my first pitcher till 70. Got Chris Sale, got Shota Ibanaga, Joe Ryan, Chris Sanchez. My guys, all the guys I love. Jackson Jobe, Ryan Weathers, and Shane Baz. I'm happy with it because I like all these pitchers. Yeah. I mean, look, I haven't gotten Sale a whole lot. I feel like pick 70 feels really low, especially in those formats. So I was happy with where I got him. Got Jazz, got Caminero, McLean, Westberg, Diaz, Contreras, and then inexplicably took a pick on Royce Lewis.
Look at that, though. Almost picked 200. I mean, almost picked 200.
Yeah. Royce Lewis. Okay, and I got Soto, Langford, Ozuna, Garcia, Wallner. Like with those first three outfielders, I probably won't need the rest of them very much. Let's just hope Langford is the real deal. I just thought you're familiar with Langford. He was all the hype last year. Now he's even more hyped up this year. I mean, is this one that's just you feel like it's gonna blow up, right? Is he like last year's Julio?
Probably, but he's not as hyped up as Julio was last year. I mean, he's going to pick
No,
20, 22,
no. And
25.
again,
So.
we rip on Julio a lot, but I mean, he wasn't bad last year. He wasn't worth the first round or first top 5 pick. So,
right.
I'm actually pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the squad overall. Frank wants to know who could be this year's Paul Skeens.
Is there this year's Paul Skeens?
I don't think there is going to be one. That's kind of one of those guys that comes around. Look, if there is somebody who might come close, it could be Jackson Jobe, the guy I took. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see another Paul Skeens for another few years. So, and props on the Suarez pick. Got the Suarez pick.
Yes, thanks.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. We're going to do this for a real league. Endgame League is drafting this Saturday. So check that out. Chris's first official live fantasy baseball draft. You don't want to miss it. Turn on notifications so you know as soon as we get on, and check out all the videos to help you win your draft, because draft season, there's not a lot of it left. All right. We'll see you on the next one.